So the question on everyone's mind right now, did he do it? See, Diddy has been under fire for the past couple months after a lawsuit was filed by his ex-girlfriend Cassie, in which she alleged he did some horrific things during the course of their relationship, from sex trafficking to rapes to beatings. And we didn't necessarily get to hear what his side of it would have been because the case was settled in like a day. And he, of course, denied any wrongdoing, but I mean, it was a whole lawsuit, multiple pages long and pretty detailed. But even after that point, things weren't necessarily easy for him because that opened up the gates for a whole host of new lawsuits from a variety of past relationships, leading all the way up to the point of the raids on his house last month.
Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami mansions raided by SWAT teams. Homeland Security tells ET the bi-coastal operation is part of an ongoing investigation.
More money, more problems.
Now, it's hard to say what's fully going on with the situation here as it's developing. More details are coming out every day. But I will go a certain direction, and I'll borrow sentiment from Charlemagne the God that I heard the other day. It's absolutely a shame when people just cannot get out of their own ways after achieving so much success. And it's sad when they use their newfound powers granted to them from the success to do horrific acts, go on ego trips, and do dumb shit, allegedly. Not to mention, regardless of how these court cases and investigations get resolved, this will be a massive contribution, a negative one at that, to his legacy. And look, on a lighter note, people are starting to look at old clips of Diddy and reevaluate and see them in an entirely different light in a hilarious way that only the internet can.
Not they offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Or this one.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Clarence, make sure that you don't get fucked. Straight up. There's a lot of fucking going on in the entertainment industry. The music industry, everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now though, everybody. I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good.
I get it. This interview probably was presented a little differently when it came out, but it's not that this clip aged badly. It's that it was always bad. And now it's worse.
Bye! No, I don't think so. You've been trying to look crazy! I've never run so fast in my life! I don't have my luggage! Fuck your luggage! Go get your new luggage! Where you going?
That last one was interesting, and like there are plenty of clips like this going around the internet, some hilarious like this and some straight ominous as you kind of look at their tone in the new lens. But in the context of this particular clip, I think it's pretty funny because you start to think to yourself, so was he trying to act as the character or was he just acting as himself? Right? There's like a funny joke out there. The producer said, act natural. And he was like, oh, well, sure. Okay. All right. And look, I went on a bit of a tangent there, but to be fair to him, there are 2 sides to every story. And all we've heard from his side at this point are categorical denials of any wrongdoing. And remember, up to this point, he has not even been charged yet. So all we can do is speculate. And even if he is charged, remember, he's innocent until proven guilty. I think where the speculation goes a little crazy on this one is that if we know anything about warrants, like Homeland Security doesn't get to execute a warrant for simultaneously in 2 different locations on 2 different houses unless they presented some compelling evidence to the court. So I guess until we see what that evidence is, everyone's imagination is going to run wild with the stories that we have at the moment. I think when we have hero figures or, not a hero figure in this case, as I'm pretty sure he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Pun intended. I mean, people larger than life. It'd be nice to see them grow old and pass away being honored for their positive impacts on the world. But realistically, that's just not life. People are complicated, and inevitably a lot of them will go through a situation that tarnishes their image in a way that cannot be repaired.
Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it!
Or, maybe it can be repaired with enough positive that old PR on the other end. I guess ultimately people would just see us as the sum total of the good and bad deeds, and we just hope that they see us favorably after it's all said and done. And again, guys, look, if what's being alleged is true, then I hope all those affected get the justice they deserve and that they are able to move past this, because they're the only ones who ultimately would understand and truly know the type of abuse that they suffered. We're living in a post-Me Too era, and though I believe that there are a lot of elements of that movement that I think went a bit too far, I will say there are still plenty of benefits in that some people who have been wronged in their past feel empowered to come out and speak about it. So a lot of these execs, producers, and gatekeepers who have a history of doing crazy things, I think are probably on borrowed time. With that in mind, I'll say I think Diddy is not the first to go through a situation like this, and I definitely don't believe he will be the last. Anyways, that's my perspective. What's yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe, as I got much more content like this on the way. So until next time, YouTube, peace.